Welcome back. What I did was I restored my save, traded back in the ring, and went through that whole little bit real quickly. I've now made a fresh save so we can start from here. We're going to choose what island we go to, but I wanted to start at this point to see if we can maybe talk to that girl first. So we're going to go through the key-shaped screen, key-shaped door up to the next screen, and then try to quickly talk to that girl. Hopefully it works. I doubt it will.
The girl is too far away to hold a conversation with Alexander.
Shoot.
Alexander doesn't want to intrude on...
Okay.
Are you out here again? Yes?
Let's skip all this since we went through it
path.
before. Looks like that didn't work, so we'll move on. There may be something here I'm missing. This could be a time thing, or maybe I still didn't get close enough. I don't know, but I'm not going to waste time on something I don't know. I do know there are a lot of islands to explore, so that's what we're going to do. And ultimately, I think we're trying to get into that castle to see Cassima. I'm not sure what we're looking for to help us do that.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
I think we're just kind of, hoping we'll find something that would really help us. So, our Isle of Wonder trip was very short, very failed. There are two paths on the Isle of Wonder. I did try to go to the right rather than up, but they came, the gnomes that killed us came from the upmost path. So I'm going to assume we're just kind of done there. I would like to go to Isle of the Beast. Same logic as before. It's a smaller one. It's closer to the main island where we started. And this is the one I recall pretty much nothing about. There may be a screen or two I'll remember when I get there, but right now I don't know.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
He feels a strange pulling sensation, huh? Okay, here we are. Let's take a look around.
This heavily forested isle is dotted with rough granite rocks. Alexander is standing at the edge of the sea on a heavily forested island. As far as the eyes can see, tall trees spread out their branches as though straining to link arms, their tops forming a canopy above. A path leads north through the forest. Tall, narrow trees abound on each side of the path.
It doesn't look like anything we can actually interact with, but I will try clicking on the rock.
Alexander has no need to carry around large rocks.
Okay. That's true, and I don't know where he'd store that anyway. So let's walk up the path. Oh, that looks deadly.
A pond lies across the path. The water boils as if over some magical flame.
Is that a genie lamp hanging?
An old abandoned hunter's lamp is hanging on one of the trees.
Hunter's
Alexander
lamp.
wonders who might have hunted in these dense woods.
We're not going to be able to reach that, of course. Try.
To get to the lamp, Alexander must first cross the pond.
Oh, it's on the other side. Okay. It's hard to tell from the perspective.
The forest is dotted with clumps of wild mushrooms. Tall, narrow trees abound on each...
These mushrooms might help us if we could take one, get past that first gnome.
Alexander, not being an expert on poisonous mushrooms, decides not to take a chance on tasting the local variety.
Don't eat it, just collect it, you idiot. Come on.
The denseness of the forest makes it inadvisable to stray from the path.
This looks boiling.
A pond lies across the path. The water boils as if over some magic...
It's boiling water, so we're not going to make it past that. Don't think we have anything that would help. If I throw a mint in there, it's a cooling mint? It's a magical world, maybe.
That would have no effect on the boiling pond.
You could have let me try, game. It's like I can't go get more. Okay. I think we're at an impasse here. I don't want to die just for the sake of dying. So I'm going to treat it like we're alive and trying to live.
Nearby, the stump of a fallen tree still spreads its roots to the sea.
Maybe there's something in there. We saw an animal
If the
going
tree
there.
stump is hiding anything, it's only local fauna. There's no need to disturb some creature's nest.
Okay. If you want to be like that. Let's get our map. Let's check out the other island then.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
So, the only option left is Isle of Secret Mountain.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
Teleporter! Oh, items. Immediately. Interesting. Okay.
Alexander notices an unusually large coal-black feather lying on the beach.
Let's confiscate it.
Alexander takes the feather.
Good. We got an item.
There's an ugly flower growing near the base of the cliff.
Okay, can we take that? Will that work on the gnome?
Alexander picks the flower and is startled by its hideously strong skunk-like odor. For a
Perfect.
moment, he can smell nothing else.
Perfect. Okay.
Jagged boulders surround the small cove of this rocky island. There appears to be something etched into the face of the cliff. Alexander decides to get closer.
Ignorance kills, wisdom elevates. Look, Rise, R-I-S-E. I don't see. I'm sorry. I'm thinking, and I'm very quickly thinking. What is this? What the hell is this?
The rock has been etched by some unknown hand. One may need to read about the Logic Cliffs in the guidebook to the Land of the Green Isles in order to understand this mystical inscription.
What? Where is this guidebook, and how does he know about this? Is this something we were told? I don't recall it. I'm sorry. It's been some time since I played this. But I did notice immediately the word rise. I looked at this, and this seemed like it was a puzzle. Obviously, it's hinting at something. We can click on it.
Huge blocks of stone
Oh my
erupt
God.
from the granite cliffs.
Am I dead, or did I... Cool.
Alexander stares with wonder. That's quite a way to welcome a guest, if indeed it is a welcome.
So, I kid you not, I did not know that. That's just my brain firing on all cylinders there. I'm very happy about that. I think we solved the puzzle before we were even supposed to solve it. Can we... I'm worried about going up these things, though, because it might lead to certain death. I'm going to get a save in. And we will then try to go up these steps real quick. Alright. Before steps. Okay.
Alexander cannot get to that step from here.
Really? Game, don't be like that. What's with this weird music when I step? This is very laborious. Oh, he made that last one on his own. Alright, there's another clue it looks like up there. I wonder if you die here. Okay.
Alexander examines the strange etchings in the face of the cliff.
What the hell is this? A master of language will read? Talk?
Reading about the Ancient Ones in the guidebook to the Land of the Green Isles may help a puzzled journeyer.
Okay, I believe I recall hearing this now. I think the guidebook is a physical item that came with the game. It's like the instruction manual. I'm not sure on that. I'm gonna have to look into it. So I don't have that. but I'm sure I can find it online. I don't want to look up like a solution or anything. I want to solve this on my own. But for now, I'm not going to try pushing
Nothing
buttons.
happens.
I don't want to try pushing buttons and risk dying or hitting a dead end or something. Because this game does have dead ends. It's not just one thing to die, reload your save. It's another to blow your chance to do something. So I'm not going to mess with that. We're going to go back down very carefully. Take your time. Okay, he's moving on his own. Ah, that's weird. They just stopped him there. Come on, Alexander. You got this, buddy. Okay. It's something we might need to look into, but for now, we've got some items, and we know we can get past, or at least we believe we can get past a gnome with this flower. I'm not sure what to do with this feather.
Alexander is carrying an unusually large black feather.
It might be a curio, so maybe we could trade it into the pawn dealer, because right now, honestly, that's the only option I believe I have.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
So we're going to go back, and we're going to see if that's true.
Alexander
Pile
feels a
of the
strange
crowd.
pulling sensation.
I don't really recall what the pawn guy had. I know he had, did he have a flute? A nightingale? Oh, nightingale bird. That would get me past sound. So if we're talking senses, one of those dwarves has got to be able to hear. And if we spell like a skunk but sound like a nightingale... Oh, okay.
Alexander sorts through the odds and ends that the pawn shop owner dumped into the pot. Magic exploding gum wrappers, a shattered crystal ball, a cracked wand, a fake thumb.
Take all of it, dude.
Near the bottom, Alexander finds a little glass bottle labeled ink. It appears to be empty, but Alexander decides to take it anyway. You never know when a small bottle will come in handy.
Take the rest of it, dude. I'll find a use for it. So the ink. When I saw this feather, I thought instantly in my head it was like a writing feather, just because the way it was drawn, you know, with the art. Now, after returning with the feather, or maybe just after returning from a single island, but more likely because we picked up the feather, we now got a bottle of ink. So perhaps we can use
There's
them
no
together.
reason to use that on the ink bottle.
Oh, well, he won't let us, but that can still be an option for something. So let's walk in the pawn shop and see if we can make a trade with anything we have now.
Good day, Prince Alexander.
Hello, good sir. Okay, I'm not really sure if we want to trade it now that we've got the bottle of ink, but let's try it.
Would you be interested in making a trade for this, merchant?
A feather? I think not, Prince Alex, but it is a very nice feather.
Okay, well, talk to me about this ink you threw out, Holmes.
There's no reason.
If I can pick it.
Alexander shakes the bottle and imagines he hears a faint swishing sound, but decides he is mistaken.
Okay. Well, I guess we need the curse icon. I just want to pick it up, game.
I found this bottle in the pot outside.
That would make sense, since that is where I dumped it.
You're not going to talk to me about it? Well, what does he talk
How
about?
fare you, good merchant?
I could use more business, if the truth be known.
Yeah, I just got dead in here. Can we click on these books?
Alexander opens the bargain book and reads a paragraph at random.
2 dulcimers raised to the degree of 40 half-dulcimers, divided into equal parts by the third of a cackle of grouse geese, put over the result of 10 fine mackles,
Wow.
and by small fine mackles, stretched over the total of 53 and an eighth bottles of wild beast lard.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's how I feel as well. I'm very tired now
Phew.
after that.
What an incredibly boring book. No wonder the bookshop owner wanted to get rid of it so badly.
What can I do with that book? Okay, well... Wait a minute. I've got an idea. Alright, so the oyster... Maybe we don't have to work on its mouth after all. The other oysters were sleeping. That book made him sleepy. What if I read that book to the oyster? If I put it to sleep, could I then just grab the pearl? If I can grab the pearl, then can I come back here and trade it for something? Because I was able to do stuff on that beach before I got caught. Don't know if it's time-based or if it's because I tried to wander off, but I do know I have some time. So that's an idea, and I'm going to go with that. But there was something else I want to look at real quick. The poem.
Alexander reads the love poem. What was it when I looked at you? What power has chained me through and through, and binds my heart with links so tight I cannot live without the sight of you? What nameless thing has captured me, and made me powerless to flee? What thing is it without a name that brings my mind ever back the same to thee? The name of love cannot apply. Its commonness does not decry the haunted, hunted, painful cry that my heart makes for you, that ever my soul eternal makes for you.
Alright, so we can just read it again. But he read it to himself, not aloud, but it still might be usable in someone else. So I'm going to go ahead and put my theory to the test real quick with the oysters. I do want to say that I'm starting to recall something about maybe with the poem. I'm not sure on that one. But with the ring and with Cosima. So I don't want to spoil that yet. I'll talk about it more when the time comes. But I think there's a puzzle or two that I have a little bit of knowledge on. Again, most of this game I don't. So I'm trying to put that stuff out when I know it, because I don't really want to fake surprise of something. I'm shocked I nailed that rise thing on that wall that quickly even. It just occurred to me to start scanning for words in that big block of text and boom. But I did not know that. If I did, I would just admit it.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
Sometimes in adventure games it goes like that, and right now there may be such a stupidly easy puzzle that I'm not doing that people
Alexander
get mad at.
feels a strange pulling sensation.
Sometimes you feel smart, and sometimes these games can make you feel really dumb. I probably should have saved on this beach, but I'm going to just try this real fast. Nothing can't be caught back up to speed, so we're going to read the book on the oyster, see if we can grab its pearl, and then get the heck out of here
Perhaps
quickly.
Alexander should find out more about the oyster first.
Like how? What? So I'm on the right track. It didn't say don't do
One
it.
of the oysters is sitting up in bed and doesn't look very happy. He seems to be the only one who can't sleep. In the oyster's mouth, Alexander can see a glint of white.
I've already done that.
Why aren't you asleep like the other oysters?
Oh, I'm so weary, but I can't sleep. I have a terrible ache in my mouth.
To me, that's enough to do it. Let's try.
If you're having trouble sleeping, perhaps you'd like me to read to you.
Hey, that would be great.
Yes. Yes.
2 dulcimers raised to the degree of 40 half-dulcimers, divided into equal parts by the third of a cackle of grouse geese, put over the result of 10 fine mackles, albeit small fine mackles, stretched over
This
the
book.
total of 53 and an eighth bottles of wild beast lard.
Alexander sees nothing of interest on that part of the oyster.
I'm gonna try it again with a yawn.
Yields a gilded minnow of precise measurements, 2,069 centidrills by 3,023 and 6/7 puns, not punts, as might be expected. This is not to say, however, in any sense whatsoever, that deviations in mean temperature of 5 or 6 dregs or so.
Alexander
Got it.
makes a grab for the pearl.
Don't get your hand cut off, dude.
Hey! You fixed my mouth!
Yes!
It feels great!
And
The
asleep.
little oyster drifts into peaceful slumber with the rest of his oyster friends.
Awesome. We have the pearl. So we're going to call that a victory, make a save here, and when we come back, we're going to try to go... well, actually, I'll test it on my own real quick. I'll see if I can walk up the north path on this beach. Actually, you know what? Let's just do it together. Alright, after pearl. It's probably going to lead to death. If it does, I'll just go ahead and stop the video so you don't have to watch that stuff again. But we've made progress, and that's good. And I'll also check into that manual stuff. I'm fully expecting to die right here, so I'm just kind of
Alexander hears someone coming.
Yep, here we go. I guess we could try real quick while we're here to use the rose on that guy, or the flower we got. And then we'll see what happens next. Okay. Okay, here we go.
Alexander holds the flower of stench out to the gnome with the jumbo nose.
Tom Trow I am, that's all I'll be. My nose knows all on land and sea. A flower of stench has washed ashore. A flower 'tis all, and nothing more.
Okay, good stuff, good stuff.
Listen, hark you, broken oar. Do your duty as you swore. With your ears, please tell us more.
Okay, he's only able to hear, but I don't have anything that makes noise. So, I just know I'm gonna die. So we'll stop the video here, and I'll pick up from before we engage these gnomes. We'll head back and we'll trade in the pearl. And again, I'll look into the manual stuff for that guidebook and see if I can figure out what's going on there, and if we really need to be fooling with that. And I'll try not to look at any spoilers, I guess, but I'll try, you know, if I'm supposed to have the guidebook, I'm supposed to be able to look through it. So I'll try to look through it without looking up a solution on how to use it or when to use it. Let's put it that way. But thank you for joining me. We made some progress. I fear we don't have a lot left that I know to do, but at least we have something to try.